to 4 years. Now, again, I also, obviously we're here. We're not here to talk politics and shit, but it gonna get a little political a little bit with me when talking about this. If you guys don't know, Pop Smoke's killer got 4 years in juvie, and I'm reading the article here. One of the 4 men accused of killing Pop Smoke has pled guilty to voluntary manslaughter and home invasion robbery. By the way, voluntary. It's not even involuntary. Voluntary manslaughter and home invasion robbery. Granted, this is not just murder one, but the robbery alone in XXXTentacion's case, armed robbery, carried a life sentence. Armed robbery with the use of a weapon carried a life sentence in Florida. This is why X's killers are going to spend the rest of their natural life behind bars. They got multiple life sentences for the murder and also the armed robbery. But that's Florida. They don't tolerate the fuck shit. They don't tolerate the fuckery. We're now talking about Los Angeles. We're talking about California. They're woke. Who knows? Maybe the person was suffering like some mental illness or some trauma before. Let's not punish him too much. Listen to this. Judge J. Christopher Smith has sentenced the now 20-year-old defendant. By the way, when he committed it, he was a juvenile. But I still think he should get the book. But they've sentenced a now 20-year-old defendant to 4 years and 2 months in a juvenile treatment facility after the guy pled guilty to entering the Hollywood Hills mansion to rob the late rapper before things ended in bloodshed. By the way, I looked. This guy who's now 20 who committed this crime when he was a teenager, he doesn't have to snitch. He doesn't have to cooperate against other offenders in this case. All he gets punished for is 4 years and 2 months in a juvie treatment facility. It says the LA Times reports judge refused to reduce his sentence by 2 years and 8 months, which means they didn't give him time served. They warned the man that he could remain in juvenile custody till he was 25. Oh, wow. They basically told the guy, you killed someone. You'll be in juvenile detention, possibly till you're 25. Let me say it again. You killed someone, but you might be in juvenile detention till you're 25. The LA Times reported that the judge, I read that before. His attorney previously argued that the client suffered from a learning disability that made him incapable to stand trial. Pop Smoke was shot and killed in February 2020 after a home invasion inside of a Hollywood Hills mansion erupted in gunfire. As we reported, it was a tough case to crack. Police caught no breaks during a lengthy investigation. The other 3 defendants, 2 juveniles, and Corey Walker are also charged, but have not yet stood trial. Nothing has indicated that this person who got a plea will be snitching. So for all that we know now, is that a juvenile who allegedly, and I read this on other sources, he was responsible for giving up the drop. He will only be doing a few years. 4 years and 2 months. Fucking pathetic. And again, I ain't getting political with shit, but at the end of the day, it's like, you get killed in Florida, people care. You get killed in Los Angeles, nobody cares. someone who helped set up Pop Smoke's death is getting 4 years in juvie and was trying to argue to get 2 years because of time served. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke. We love you, but it's California laws, man. California laws. Statement saying that he shouldn't get an appeal. And apparently the judge was supposed to listen to the appeal today, but has now, and I think based on Tory's lawyers, they've requested that the judge issue a continuance and think about this for a later date. So Tory's lawyers has gotten the judge to think about whether he should get a new trial or not at a later date, which means that he might or he might not, but at least the judge will have a little bit of time to think about this to either grant it or not. We can read this. Tory Lanez has filed a new motion for new trial after being found guilty of shooting musical superstar Megan Thee Stallion. Tory Lanez's lawyers argue and cite multiple grounds in the newly filed paperwork late Wednesday, including that the judge erroneously allowed the jurors to view a post from Tory Lanez's Instagram claiming that Megan's now estranged best friend. Claiming that now Megan's estranged best friend was not the shooter. The filing obtained by Rolling Stone includes a declaration from Tory Lanez's content creator Joshua Farias, in which Farias claims he was managing Tory Lanez's Instagram at that point and was the one who replied that's not true to a comment on Shade Room's account. People saying Kelsey, who said people who saying it was a comment on Shade Room's account saying people saying Kelsey shot her, to which Tory Lanez's account said that's not true. They're saying they have proof that Tory Lanez did not say that's not true. That was an assistant. Tory Lanez's lawyers alleged prosecutors ambushed them with Instagram posts mid-trial and that the judge should have not have blocked the post because the defense team did not have sufficient time to figure out who wrote the reply. His lawyers claim the post amounted to an apparent admission by Tory that Kelsey did not fire the gun. His whole defense, meanwhile, was that Kelsey fired the shots that wounded Megan, an allegation that Kelsey and Megan adamantly denied in trial testimony. The court erred on numerous questions of law in allowing people to introduce his post, depriving the defendant of a fair trial. The new motion reads, the only acceptable remedy is for the miscarriage of justice is a new trial. Lanez, whose legal name is Daystar, was convicted of all 3 charges against him and is facing up to 22 years in prison and sentencing. This motion for a new trial was expected after Peterson enlisted new representation following his conviction. At a hearing in early January, Peterson new lawyers, including storied hip-hop lawyer David Kenner, successfully lobbied to the judge to delay Tory's sentencing until April till they could review the trial transcripts and prep a motion. Okay, let me see. All right. I got to watch Tory drop music videos chopping up horses' legs and people laughing at it like it was okay. Meg testified during the time on the stand. And the new defense filing claims Lanez has a right to exercise his right to testify. Oh, so they're saying that Tory Lanez should have testified. Without such impeachment evidence, because California legislature had already deemed it more prejudicial than probative. With passage of AB 2799, even though the new law hadn't taken effect yet, they're expected to file a reply, which they already did. The details of the new motion echoes reports of Peterson's frustration with how his trial unfolded. As Rolling Stone previously reported, a source close to Peterson said the singer wanted to take this witness stand and plead his case directly to jurors, but ultimately was dissuaded by his lawyer, George Megdeshin. Though Tory Lanez purportedly came to regret the decision, taking a stand would have been risky. Prosecutors say they were ready to present plenty of impeachment evidence against the singer beyond music, videos, and lyrics. This potential evidence included Peterson's assault of musician August Alsina in September 2022, and even Peterson alleged lies about how tall... What the fuck? they were going to present Tory lying about how tall he is? Oh, yeah, Tory, I ain't going to lie. You don't want to fuck with these people. They're saying they're down to use the fact that Tory is lying about how tall he is to prove that Tory's a liar. Tory, you want no smoke, brother. You want no goddamn smoke, people. Okay? Why is Tory getting more time than the guys who killed Pop Smoke? Well, really, this is all gonna be proven, and he's probably gonna be charged and sentenced concurrently, which means he's probably gonna get less than 7. But here's the reason why Pop Smoke's killers are getting such a small time. Because they're kids, and let me tell you what's happening in many states that are very lenient towards certain agendas. They send kids to do the crimes. Like, if a kid does the crime, they can get charged a certain way.